I'm Michelle Woody with SalinaHomes.com. I'm here with Terri to talk about investing in real estate today.
Hi, I'm Terri Hostetler with SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here talking with Michelle.
We are going to talk about several things on real estate investing. We're going to start with the benefits of investing in real estate and why it's different from other investments.
Yeah, if you don't own a home, the first thing is that it's the best investment you could ever make. And then if you do own a home, buying other properties as investments is also great for your future.
Absolutely, I agree. And what makes it different from other types of investing is when you are either buying a home for yourself or for a second property for investment purposes, you can use the bank's money to buy either one of those. And so you're investing not with your own money, but with the bank's money, but you're still getting the equity from it.
Yeah, and if you're renting right now, all you're doing is buying that house for your landlord. So if you can buy your own home and then branch out down the road to buy others, let those renters buy that for you.
Absolutely. And people think they're not buying or paying the current mortgage rate if they are renting, but it's really not true because a lot of investors have adjustable rate mortgages on their investment properties. So they're driving the rent prices based on those interest rates as well.
Right. And anytime the insurance or the taxes go up on the property, those landlords are raising the rents to cover those expenses because they're not going to be paying out of their pocket. You as the renter are paying it. So you are paying the higher rates even as a renter.
Absolutely. You're just not getting the benefits of ever owning the home.
Right.
Yeah. We're going to talk about how to get started on investing in real estate. Either one of us can get a plan in place with you to figure out where to start and what your goals are. It's easier than you think to get started investing in real estate, whether it's buying your first home or branching out and buying other properties.
Yeah, it's really simple, but the key is to first contact us. Have a realtor working for you to help find the properties, help you come up with your plan. They can help find the best lender because not all lenders are equal. And depending on what your plan is, depending on what your history with your credit or other obligations, every lender is different, and we can help you find the one that's going to fit your needs the best.
Absolutely. And it's totally free to get representation as a buyer on buying a home, whether it's an investment property or your first home. The seller pays all the fees for an agent. So if you're not getting your own representation, you're really missing out.
Yeah. And again, you want a professional who knows the ins and outs of it and can help guide you through it so that you do get the best deal and you avoid some of the mistakes that a lot of people who do it on their own make, and then they say, no, you don't ever want to buy real estate because it's not smart, but it's because they didn't have the right people in their corner, and usually they lost when they really shouldn't have.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we can help you negotiate every aspect of a real estate transaction and get a good plan in place so that way you're meeting your goals with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're thinking that you want to invest in real estate, now is a great time. If you're wanting to start building your portfolio of rentals, it is perfect because we've got a lot of homes that are coming on the market that are currently investment properties for other landlords who are wanting to change up their portfolio, maybe needing to change because they've owned them long enough that they need to diversify. They maybe need to get rid of a property to start their eliminating the tax gains. They're needing to dump the properties, get new ones, and so we've got a lot of properties available that would work as a first rental for buyers.
Yes. And there's different types of real estate investing. So we talk about renting often, but there's so many other ways that you can go about real estate investing. We talked about investing in yourself by owning a home, but you don't have to be a traditional landlord to invest in real estate. So people think investing just means you're a traditional landlord, but there's so many other things you can do right now. There's short-term vacation rentals where you own a second home that maybe you come and visit but rent it out other times of the year. You can buy homes and remodel them or update them and resell them. You can do corporate rentals or short-term rentals to professionals such as nurses, contractors that are in the area working. So it doesn't mean that you have to be a traditional landlord by investing in real estate.
Yeah, and right now in Salina, we're seeing a lot of homes that are being rented on the short-term basis because of the extreme need we have for all the employers that are bringing people in, and they're not sure if they want to buy yet, so they're just wanting a short-term property, and there's a large need for that.
There really is, and there's a large need even for just housing while people find permanent housing. So we have people coming to the area looking to buy, but the inventory is so low right now that they can't find a home to buy, and it's really hard to find a home to rent as well. So there's a demand just all around.
Yeah. But if you are looking for long-term investments, I really enjoy helping somebody that's in it for the long haul. They're not looking just to make quick money on like flipping the property, but if they're wanting to build a portfolio and so they're wanting to find properties that they may not have a lot of cash flow, but they're looking at holding them long term, and I can help with the different creative financing opportunities that are available so that somebody can get into a property, maybe like Michelle said, using the bank's money, or you can tap into your home equity sometimes and use that. Or if we find the right seller, it can help with seller financing, seller carrybacks, things like that, so that you don't actually have to use your own money, but get you the property, and then if your plan is to hold it long term, help set up your plan on how you're going to, maintain the property, reduce the debt, but keep good tenants in there and enjoy it down the road.
Absolutely. And either one of us can help you find and evaluate which investment property is right for you. So we have even some out-of-town investors coming into Salina buying investment properties because our cap rate is so good here. They can't get that in California or Utah or Texas now. So they're coming here to buy these properties. We can help you with video showings. Some people are looking for fixer-uppers that they can put a little bit of money into and then refinance and use all the bank's money and get their own money out. Some people are looking for rent-ready properties. So if you think there's nothing out there, there really is. It just depends on what you're looking for, and we can help you meet your goals by finding the right property that works for you.
Yeah. And if you are a local Salina person, really investing in the properties, it helps the whole community. Like Michelle said, people coming in from different areas, different states, investing in the properties, but they're not keeping that money here. They're making the profits and they're taking them back to wherever they live and spending that money. If you're a local landowner and a landlord, then the profits you're making, you're going to put back into our community, which just makes us stronger.
Absolutely. And you're going to care a lot more about the community and what your house looks like and how it's maintained if you're within the community versus someone in California who's just looking at the numbers on a piece of paper. So I would highly encourage you, if you live in Salina, to invest in your own community because people from outside are seeing the opportunity we have here. Yet some of the people here aren't taking that opportunity that we have.
Right. And I know a lot of people think they want to do it, but they're scared. They don't know how to get started, or they hear all of the horror stories. But again, if you've got us working with you and helping you, then we can help you learn the ins and outs of it and avoid some of the nightmares that you hear the stories about.
Absolutely. And you can be as hands-on or hands-off as you want. Even if you live here local, if you're not good at doing repairs, we have service professionals we can recommend. There is property managers we can recommend who can manage properties for you. So it doesn't have to be as hands-on as you think. You can be as hands-on as you want or as hands-off as you want.
Yeah. And then also, we've got great resources here with the city and the community relations department downtown. They have information for landlords, for tenants, for anybody that needs to know the ins and outs of the laws on it. They provide the forms. We also have a lot of great real estate attorneys here in town that it's good to network with and help learn how to be a landlord and how to be a real estate investor.
And our laws in Kansas are favorable towards both tenants and landlords. We're a state that protects our landlords' rights, but also make sure housing is safe for the tenants. So we have a good balance here, whereas in some areas, and that's why we're seeing some of those investors come in, is because their laws and rules in their state are a little bit different than we have here. Here we have a very good set of laws that make sense for both parties.
Yeah, and it looks out for both sides and protects both sides fairly and equally.
And so a lot of people think that in order to invest in real estate, they have to have 20% down. Any thoughts on that?
I personally, I have several rentals. I have never used any of my own money. I've never had any of my own money down payment because I like Michelle said, use the bank. I buy properties that are county appraised higher than the sale price, and then I can use that equity that's there to apply towards the down payment. And again, I have a working relationship with a lender, and that's very important because if you have somebody that you're working with consistently, they know you and you're going to get the best deal and probably not have to put as much money out of your pocket.
Yes, and there's other ways too. You can buy a property as owner occupy and live in it for so many years before turning it into a rental, and then acquire your next property. And when you rent that first property out, you can use 75% of your rent payment that you're receiving to count towards income. So if you think, well, it was really hard to qualify for our first house that we lived in, it's easier to qualify for getting investment properties because they can use that rent income towards your payment to help with those debt to income ratios and help make those numbers work. There's also other ways to get that 20% down through home equity line of credit on your permanent home. And then like Terri said, you can buy a property, go in and make improvements to it to make it 20% better, and then refinance it and pay your HELOC back and do that over and over again.
Mm. Yeah. And in the right situation, you might have a seller who's willing to help carry back the down payment so that you could have an 80% loan to value and have the seller do the carry back for the 20%, and you just make a small payment to them. And again, no money out of your pocket, but you're getting started on your investments.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of ways to get around that 20% down. And so it's not as hard to get started as people often think. So if you're currently investing in real estate and you're wanting to diversify or exit, we can help with that too. There's a couple things to keep in mind with real estate investing. Capital gains are a big scary word that we hear often regarding real estate investments, but they're actually for any sort of investing. I mean, if you are investing in gold coins or stocks or bonds, there's capital gains in all of those. The best thing really is to get an accountant in your corner and one who specializes in real estate to help you make those decisions, because our job in that area is to refer you to a professional.
Yeah, definitely. But find somebody who, like Michelle said, specializes in the real estate, and they can tell you when you need to make changes or keep you out of having to pay any capital gains at any point.
Yeah, it goes back to your goals, and if you share those goals with your accountant and you have someone who you use regularly who is an expert in the field, they can really help you make those goals come true and save you as much money as possible.
Yeah, and like Michelle said, there's all kinds of different investments, places you can put your money, but it's been proven over time that real estate really is the best investment you can make because you get the best return on your money, not only for your own home that you're living in and you're building equity, but also providing homes for anybody else, and you're also then able to take advantage and build equity in those properties through your tenants. And
absolutely, it's like any investment, there's risk involved with investing in any sort of investment, but real estate does have a proven record over time, but it's not without risk, just like any other investing.
yeah, so you just need to be aware and that's something that, again, we can help you look at the whole picture, the pros and cons of it, what's going to work for you, what makes you comfortable, and help you to eliminate any risk if possible, but still help you to meet your end goals.
And if you have any questions on investing, we're happy to answer questions. Our contact information, you can contact us by messaging or commenting, and we'd love to hear your questions so we can touch on them next time.
Yeah, so that would be great.
And again, to reach out to me, it's Michelle Woody with SalinaHomes.com in Salina, Kansas.
And Terri Hostetler at Salina Homes in Salina, Kansas.
All right, thanks for meeting today.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle.